Hey everybody, what's up? This is 8-Bit Eric and today we are going to take a look at the Stanley Parable.
The Stanley Parable is a narrative-driven first-person exploration game that has a unique formula of playing less like a video game and more like a second-person fiction.
Now, the Stanley Parable is very hard to describe. It's not exactly a game, but it is, and you don't exactly play it. There's no action, there's no explosions, there's no shooting. It's something else. It's very unique. It's its own niche. I mean, it was just alone reviewing this was a very hard thing to do because there's really nothing much to it. The beauty of this game is its simplicity. You walk around and you explore and you make choices. The game is about choices, and these choices lead you to a variety of different endings that are fun to uncover. Now, I don't want to spoil everything about this game, so I had to choose wisely in what footage and gameplay that I use for this video. The Stanley Parable is something that's not like anything else that I've played, and that is something refreshing in this day and age in modern gaming, especially for something on Steam. It's very interesting.
You start the game as Employee 427, also known as Stanley. He literally just sits there while orders appear on the computer monitor and carries them out. But all of a sudden, the orders mysteriously stop. You take it upon yourself to explore your office and discover that no one else is in the building. But that's where the fun begins.
Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but my interpretation of the game is Stanley goes from being a button pusher and just following orders from a screen all day to getting up out of his seat and walking around and having the freedom to do what he wants. Nobody is telling him what to do. He has no co-workers. The office is completely void of anybody, any interaction except the narrator. And it's kind of, I guess, poetic in its nature that he's up, his eyes are open, he's observing his own things, he's walking around exploring and doing stuff that he's normally not used to. It's hard to explain. It's genius, and you have to try it to just understand where I'm coming from. This review does not do it justice.
The Stanley Parable has a narrator, one who assumes that you're going to follow the script and act out the descriptions he provides. The narrator describes exactly what he thinks you as Stanley are going to do. There's a part where the narrator directs you on how to complete the game's first choice, which you have to enter a boring room with 2 doors. There's absolutely nothing stopping you from complying or disobeying, whether you turn left or right in a corridor, to which pair of doors you will walk through.
Since there's a lack of depth in the gameplay, the game relies heavily on the narrator, who is both written very well and acts very well and contributes immensely to the game. Kevin Brighton offers everything from witty, sarcastic, very douchebag comments, and he totally shines in this game. If anything, you should just play to find all the little Easter eggs and lines and witty remarks that he has in this game, because that alone is worth the price.
The narrator quickly sets himself up as a needy, controlling overseer, and from this point on, whether you obey or ignore him is up to you.
Now, the game is merely just commentating on the issue of what is free will in a game. There's a lot of massive multiplayer games out there where you're just allowed to do anything, or online games, or games such as GTA, World of Warcraft, and just all these huge games where there's a big hub and all sorts of worlds to explore. But this game confines you to a small space, and there's so much freedom, and you have a choice. The fact that the narrator tries to make you go one way and you could go the complete opposite just makes the feeling of a virtual world where you're in control of your own destiny that much more fun.
The end result is not just a fantastically funny video game, but a genuinely thought-out, provoking one. Not just because of the intentional comedy, but because it's making its observations about the consequences in video games, almost parodying the ideas.
Overall, the Stanley Parable is a brilliant piece of work. It is a masterpiece in my opinion. It goes above and beyond what interactive media is. The narrative-driven story and just the outcomes that are unpredictable and fun to uncover don't do this enough justice. The fact that it's a video game and was able to do this is brilliant. The developers and creators of the Stanley Parable were just thinking outside the box, and it completely shows. It is definitely worth a look because this game makes you think. It makes you question. It makes you wonder if you're making the right choice. And I found myself even questioning myself in real life. Like, you know, it makes you feel one with the universe to be kind of zen-ish about this, but it's worth a look. For more in-depth understanding about it, I recommend checking the demo or buying the game on Steam. It's a great game. This has been the Stanley Parable, and I'm out of here, guys. Peace out.